Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are at the center of viral speculation. After an intense private clip surfaced online, you'll learn soon where the clip actually came from, and the ultimatum that changed everything inside their inner circle. In what might be one of the most shared celebrity clips this year, footage surfaced online showing what appears to be Taylor Swift in a heated confrontation with Travis Kelce inside a living room. The clip shows a woman in a yellow hoodie and jeans, matching Swift's build and hairstyle, screaming and gesturing at a man in a green t-shirt, who looks like the Kansas City Chiefs tight end. The woman appears to shove and push the man during what seems like an intense argument. The footage was shared with captions claiming Swift had finally confronted Kelce about cheating, and from there, it spread everywhere. Within hours of the clip being posted, it was being shared across TikTok, X, Instagram, and Facebook, with breathless commentary attached. Comments ranged from shock to sadness to pure entertainment. Some fans were writing things like "Taylor Swift is cheating on Travis Kelce," a phrase that had gone viral even in earlier incidents. Others posted about how the footage confirmed what they had always suspected. And with each share, each repost, each reaction video, the clip gained more traction and more legitimacy in the eyes of millions of people who never stopped to ask one question: is this even real? The answer to that question is more complicated and more important than most people realize. Because the truth is, deepfake technology has flooded social media with fabricated celebrity clips, leaving fans questioning what's real and what's fake. And Taylor Swift, more than almost any other public figure alive, has been at the center of that crisis for over 2 years now. But before we get into deepfakes and digital deception, it's worth understanding why these cheating rumors gained traction in the first place. Because this isn't the first time Travis Kelce has been accused of being unfaithful, not even close. Travis Kelce's romantic life did not begin when Taylor Swift walked into Arrowhead Stadium. Long before the friendship bracelets and the viral sideline kisses, Kelce and model Kayla Nicole were together for nearly 5 years, dating on and off from 2017 to 2022. Their relationship was public, affectionate, and by all visible measures, serious. They posted about each other frequently. Nicole supported Kelce at games and events. Kelce celebrated Nicole's birthdays with photos and over-the-top captions, writing things about how the future is going to bring you so many amazing things. It was a relationship that appeared from the outside to be rock solid. But in 2020, when the couple split for the first time, whispers started almost immediately. Rumors circulated online alleging that Travis cheated on her, which he vehemently denied in a since-deleted tweet. His response at the time was direct: "This is fake news, a lie, and not why Kayla and I broke up. Take all your hatred somewhere else, please." That denial was forceful, but the internet rarely forgets. The couple reconciled after that breakup, got back together, and then split again, this time for good, in 2022. When they parted ways the second time, the rumor mill churned once more. When the two went their separate ways in 2022, the rumors about their split were alarming. Reports surfaced claiming Kelce had made Nicole split every bill, dinner, and trip throughout their 5-year relationship, supposedly to prove she wasn't with him for the money. Kelce denied this too. He went on the Pivot podcast in January 2023 and addressed the allegations head-on, saying don't buy into that shit, and insisting that Nicole had her own financial stability and that expenses between them were never an issue. But here's where things get particularly interesting. When word got out in 2023 that Kelce was now pursuing Taylor Swift, another ex-girlfriend, Maya Benberry, whom Kelce met on the reality show Catching Kelce, issued a public warning. She told the Daily Mail, "I wouldn't be a girl's girl if I didn't advise her to be smart," and then dropped a line that would follow Kelce for years. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Now, to be clear, none of these cheating allegations were ever proven. Kelce denied all of them. Nicole never publicly confirmed infidelity. Benberry's warning was based on her own interpretation. But the point is that the narrative, the idea of Travis Kelce as someone whose fidelity can be questioned, existed long before Taylor Swift entered the picture. And even Kayla Nicole herself would later comment in April 2025, "I don't have successful, monogamous relationships without any element of cheating," a remark that many read as a veiled confirmation of what had been alleged all along. Whether that was directed at Kelce or relationships in general, it added gasoline to a fire that had never really gone out. So when footage surfaces online claiming to show Swift confronting Kelce over cheating, it doesn't land in a vacuum. It lands in a landscape that has been primed for years to believe it. Now, here's where the story shifts from gossip to something far more unsettling. Because the footage of Taylor Swift allegedly confronting Travis Kelce didn't come from a security camera, a friend's phone, or a paparazzo. It came from the internet's most dangerous content engine, artificial intelligence. Taylor Swift has become one of the most targeted public figures for AI-generated deepfake content. This is not speculation. It is a documented, ongoing crisis that has escalated year after year and has involved everything from fabricated audio to manipulated video, to fully synthetic imagery designed to look indistinguishable from reality. And the confrontation footage, with its convenient living room setting, bears every hallmark of this technology. The deepfake problem targeting Swift exploded into the mainstream. In January 2024, when explicit AI-generated images of Taylor Swift proliferated across social media platforms, these images, which depicted Swift in fabricated, compromising positions, were traced back to corners of the internet like 4chan and Telegram, where users share AI-generated images of celebrity women. The images weren't simple Photoshop jobs. They do not appear to be a result of superimposing Swift's face over a pornographic image, but were instead created with a commercially available AI image generation tool. That revelation that anyone with a laptop and a subscription could manufacture fake content of a real person stunned the public and prompted a wave of political calls for action. ABC News reported that explicit and disturbing AI content of the superstar is flooding the internet and triggering a demand for action. And the problem only got worse from there. In February 2025, a deep-fake video in which Swift appears to say, "I don't date losers, I only date winners," went viral. Originating from a YouTube channel specializing in AI deepfakes called Dangerous AI, the video was debunked after an online detection tool confirmed the audio track of the video was made using AI. But by the time fact-checkers caught up, the clip had already been viewed millions of times and had seeded a fresh wave of breakup rumors. Later in 2025, Elon Musk's XAI Grok Imagine tool was able to create misleading, sexualized AI videos of Taylor Swift, sparking outrage from fans and igniting a broader debate about AI ethics. And beyond the explicit content, AI deepfake ballads about Travis Kelce were circulating so convincingly that some listeners genuinely believed they were hearing unreleased material. Fake songs, fake statements, fake footage, all powered by technology that gets better every single month. The synthetic versions got so sophisticated that fans could not tell the difference between a real Taylor Swift performance and a mathematical approximation of one. And that is precisely the environment in which a clip of Taylor Swift confronting Travis Kelce thrives. It doesn't need to be real. It just needs to look real long enough to go viral. By April 2026, Swift had had enough. Through her entity Taz Rights Management, LLC, Swift filed 3 new trademark applications with the United States Patent and Trademark Office in an attempt to legally protect her voice and image from being replicated by AI. The move was unprecedented, but it was born out of sheer necessity. Copyright law, the usual first line of defense for artists, is simply not built for what generative AI can do. A fake Taylor Swift song or video doesn't use a single sample from her actual work. It just replicates the patterns, and that makes traditional legal protections almost useless. This is the backdrop against which the so-called confrontation footage has to be evaluated, not as a celebrity gossip story, but as another data point in what experts are calling a trust crisis in entertainment and media. While fake footage of arguments and confrontations floods the internet, the actual state of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship tells a strikingly different story. And no, it's not a story of cracks and breakdowns and infidelity. It's a story of 2 people actively planning a wedding. Travis Kelce proposed to Taylor Swift on August 10, 2025. The couple announced their engagement in an adorable Instagram carousel post. On August 26, 2025, around 2 years after they started dating, Taylor captioned the post with a witty statement, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married." That post broke the internet, and not in the deep-fake rumor-fueled way. It broke the internet because millions of people around the world were genuinely invested in their love story and overjoyed at the news. Since the engagement, the couple has continued to show up for each other in ways that are consistent, public, and reciprocal. Travis shared on the February 25, 2026 episode of New Heights that he and Taylor watched the entire Winter Olympics men's hockey gold medal game together. calling it so fucking epic, and noting they loved every bit of the action. The couple have been maintaining a lower profile this year, but their appearances together have continued. They attended the 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards together in March, where Swift gave a sweet shout out to Kelce during an acceptance speech, saying, "I think that this album probably also feels very happy and confident and free, because that's the way that I get to feel every single day of my life, because of my fiance who's here too." Now, were there people who found cracks at the iHeartRadio event? Of course. Body expert Darren Stanton told InStyle that Travis seems less comfortable in these sorts of situations, and that his posture was slightly rigid and there was quite a bit of tension. But Stanton himself attributed the body language to the environment, not the relationship. And some fans thought it signaled that all is not well between Swift and Kelce. But that's the thing about being the most watched couple on the planet. Every micro expression, every moment of distance, every second where someone isn't smiling, gets analyzed under a microscope and turned into a headline. As recently as May 16, 2026, just days ago, the famous lovebirds hit up a private event at Honey's Cocktail Bar in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, hopping out of an SUV and walking hand in hand to the front door. The night before, the power couple was photographed by paparazzi, strolling hand in hand through Manhattan's Soho neighborhood, before heading inside a Resh for a swanky Mediterranean dinner. These are not the actions of two people on the verge of a split caused by cheating. The wedding itself appears to be full steam ahead. ESPN's Nate Taylor shared that Kelce plans to marry Swift before training camp, which begins on July 22. The couple ultimately settled on July 3, 2026 in Manhattan as their official celebration date. Swift and Kelce are reportedly keeping the exact New York venue location completely secret, with even invited guests left guessing the details until closer to the wedding. And in an October 2025 appearance on The Graham Norton Show, Swift joked about the guest list, saying anyone I've ever talked to would be invited because the only stressful weddings are the ones where you have to evaluate or assess your relationship with them to see if they should be there. She wasn't going to do that. Insiders report that the pair enjoys quiet downtime together, reconnecting through simple activities away from cameras and paparazzi attention. Sources consistently describe their relationship as genuine, supportive, and mutually strengthening. And Travis Kelce's representatives have been forced to deny fabricated stories multiple times, emphasizing the couple's genuine commitment to each other. So here we are. We've looked at the footage. We've traced the history of cheating allegations surrounding Travis Kelce. We've laid out the deepfake epidemic that has targeted Taylor Swift for years. And we've examined what's actually happening between these two people in real life, in real time. And the verdict: the so-called new footage of Taylor Swift confronting Travis Kelce for cheating is not credible. There is no verification from any legitimate news outlet. There is no sourcing. There is no context. And it exists within an ecosystem of AI-generated engagement farming content that has been repeatedly debunked. There were and have been no cheating scandal announcements. There are no reports from TMZ or other gossip sites. That fact check, published by Newsweek, applies just as much today as it did when it was first written. There simply are no reports, credible or otherwise, of infidelity. And the sensationalized breakup tweet is nothing more than a desperate attempt to farm engagement online. Every viral claim of a split, every leaked video of an argument, every breathless TikTok has followed the same pattern: explode in views, generate maximum emotion, and then quietly get debunked within days. The people creating this content know exactly what they're doing. Cybercriminals saw the engagement announcement as a golden opportunity to exploit millions of devoted Swifties and NFL fans through sophisticated scams. McAfee researchers specifically identified deepfake videos circulating across social media, capitalizing on engagement buzz. And it isn't just about views. Fraudulent merchandise and counterfeit products have flooded the market, alongside the fake content, meaning real money is being extracted from real people who fall for these fabrications. The irony is that the real Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce story, the actual documented, verifiable version of events, their love story began in July 2023 when the singer's Eras tour made a stop at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. As a huge Swiftie, the Kansas City Chiefs tight end caught the show, with hopes of giving Taylor a friendship bracelet with his number on it. He failed. She didn't meet anyone before or after shows, so he went on his podcast and told the world about it. a move Taylor would later describe as metal as hell. From there, he invited her to a game. She showed up. They kissed on camera, and 2 years later, they're weeks away from getting married. That's the story. Not a deepfake, not a fabricated confrontation, not clickbait designed to farm your emotions and your views. The real story is about two people building a life together, while an industry of misinformation tries daily to tear it apart. And the fact that the misinformation keeps losing, that fact-checkers keep catching up, that the couple keeps showing up together in public, that the wedding keeps moving forward, tells you everything you need to know about the difference between what's real and what's manufactured for your attention. With breakup rumors continuously debunked by credible outlets, Swift and Kelce send a clear message. Their love story continues moving forward, not backward.